Here we are back again for another episode, and this time we're moving on to the third level. As I mentioned, Otogunga, the home city of Jar Jar Binks and the Gungan race in general.
Gungans don't like outlanders. You should go into the boss Nas and make nice.
This reference to the xenophobic Gungan guards is no understatement. Oh, let's see if we can piss off Qui-Gon. Hold on.
Please, allow me some room, my young Padawan learner.
Jesus. Cool your jets, but whatever, we'll do what he says. Let's talk to this arsehole.
Here to see Boss Nass.
Boss Nas are talking with the Outlanders, but Jar Jar
There's quite a long period of dialogue here, so I might kind of talk over it a bit. You don't really identify much other than Jar Jar Binks is walking away, he's now going to get taken to jail, and we're going to negotiate with this half-wit for about 3 or 4 minutes.
I am Qui-Gon Jinn. This is my student Obi-Wan.
This level, like a few others later in the game, really allows you to define what kind of Jedi you are. Are you a very purist, benevolent Buddha kind of Jedi, like in the film, like you're meant to be? Or are you secretly a bit of a little shit, like myself, and you like using and abusing your Jedi powers and weaponry? The way you're really meant to play the level is through negotiation and peaceful, relatively peaceful means. You know, you're not meant to kill the Gungans because they don't try and kill you. They might hit you, but they won't try and kill you as such.
Need a navigator. Obi-Wan, you must find and rescue Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, let's see. Well, let's be rude.
Why do we need that worthless creature?
The venom, worthless.
I will not see him suffer.
Alright, let's take a more conciliatory tone.
I'll find him, Master.
Good. And Obi-Wan, do not hurt these Gungans. I sense that you look down upon them, but they are living beings nonetheless.
Right, so we'll let him continue to negotiate, which I dare say won't happen. As I was saying, you can sort of choose how you want to operate in this level. The problem, the civilians are irritating. I'll mention that now. You can choose how you wish to behave. You can be very sort of peaceful, or you can kill and butcher everyone who stands in your path. They are annoying. I mean, I'm not an inherently bad person, so I'm going to try and negotiate and just be peaceful at first, but I think they might make me lose my rag at some point, and we're going to go GTA Otogunga. Which I could always perhaps do as a bonus video, I suppose. I think I might just kind of lose my cool in this one and start killing everyone, but we'll try and be nice from the off. Their buttons are very fancy. They look like little bullseyes rather than the big handprints the Trade Federation favours. I'm keeping an eye out for Gungan energy balls. They're quite useful because obviously they are a non-lethal weapon, but they're sort of just a limited version of your force push, like that, which is a very useful power. It can get people out your way without. I think it probably does injure them, but it doesn't kill them, so you can sort of get away with it. They won't. Most of the guards won't attack you for it.
Any help here would be hot.
Well, there he goes.
Never mind.
I really don't want to talk to you right now. I will talk to a few of them.
A monster! Help me!
Man, I'm just ready to kill this kid, but there's quite a few jumping puzzles in this game, including one which was a nightmare at the time. I can't even describe it. I'll tell the story when we get there. This bit's simple enough. Just jump over these pillars. That one down there will raise if you need it. Right. Very close to just getting out my light stick and killing them. But I'll leave them be. Just this once. What kind of fish is that? It's like a dugong. A dugong. We'll talk to this chap, because I seem to recall he's quite nice.
An outlander? Where did yours come from?
Yeah, he's quite friendly.
Jar Jar Binks brought me.
We shall converse.
Binks? I thought he's been banished.
He has returned. Do you know why he was banished?
It is a long tale, but Jar Jar very
clumsy. He's causing big accidentes. Jaja boom the gaso and crush their boss's Heblever. Then he's vanished.
That wasn't too long a tale, but you know, thank you for your contribution. This jumping puzzle was the bane of both, not only my life, but my father's, back in 1999 or 2000. As you can see, you have to jump from pillar to pillar. They lower into the water, so you can't, you can't take your time about it. You have to be fairly quick. And at this time in my life, it's absolutely no difficulty. But back then, neither Dad nor myself had anything like the dexterity in your fingers that you need to complete it. And I mean, we were stuck on this for... I wonder if some... Oh, look. Here, my head comes out of the bubble. I do wonder if there was some time dilution effect in place, due to being young. Because it feels like... It must have been days we were stuck on it. And I remember it so clearly to this day. I'd just finished... I'd actually managed to complete it after school, and Dad was still at work, obviously. And I went to a swimming lesson afterwards, and I'd saved the game. And I relished phoning Dad after the swimming lesson, using my mum's mobile. Phoning him at his office, specifically to inform him that I'd completed the jumping puzzle. I'd saved, and that night we could relish progressing in the game.
I'd rather not say. I'm in quite a hurry.
Some of them are quite chatty, the children are very tiresome. This little thing is a time lock, so we're going to have to run pretty quickly. But yeah, completing that, I'm dare say that was the best phone call he got all day. But, being at work, that's not such a bold statement, but it's definitely a true one. So we've beaten the time lock. We've now got to talk to this chap, where we're going to see the debut of a very useful mechanic within the game.
How did you get down here?
I need to find the detention area.
You can't pass through this door.
I have the security key.
Which
Nice
gun
bullshitting.
use that pass?
This is important. This purple option here, that denotes a Jedi mind trick.
I must be very important if I have a pass card.
Oh, yous must be very special to have that pass.
Via which you can persuade certain weak-minded individuals within the game. It doesn't work on everyone, certainly. But with people like, your average Gungan guard, it's pretty much a free ticket out of there. This is one of the fairly annoying pushing puzzles to which I alluded last video. As I also mentioned, is by far not the worst in the game. We'll save that, we'll savor that during the final level, but for now, it's a bit of a chore. I seem to recall that if you go around this level killing everyone, which I'm really tempted to start doing, I think I might. Hell, take the consequences. If you start killing everyone, I think a guard kind of appears in here. It's almost like he drops down from the roof, and he often kind of snuck up on me. Got a few licks in behind. But yeah, the premise of this puzzle is simple enough. Push the block around until you've pressed all the buttons. The force field drops. Press that button which unlocks the door, and leg it. Oh, that's it, right. The next one I see is dying. I don't even mind anymore. Let's push this magical box. It's kind of a fish tank, really, but without fish. Push it over here. Again, more block pushing and button pressing delights. You do almost get the impression they were short of ideas.
What are yous doing here?
What are you doing with those?
Cut to the chase.
Misa control the bubble lifts.
Can you raise the bubble lifts for me?
I will handle, but
Thank you, co-conspirator. I'm not sure... I think he'll always agree to it, even if you tell him why. Even if you tell him you're trying to free a prisoner, he seems down with it. Bit of a sort of rebel in disguise there, the lift operator. Are you going to get in my way?
move aside, Outlander.
I'm going to let you go because it's actually the shrieky females that are quite annoying in this game. Right, that's one, right?
An outlander!
Right, I'm done. Will they all start killing me? Because they didn't see it, technically. This is the jail, so we'll soon know. There are plenty of guards.
Back off.
Right, they didn't see it. That's pretty handy. That's the jail guard. He's not particularly important. Oh no, he is. Yeah. We gotta convince him. We gotta use the Jedi mind trick again.
I'm here for Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks stays in his cell, outlander.
As Magnetic Pastry notes,
I will take him away.
for a jail, it's a very small jail. There's just the one cell, so we can only assume that the Gungan justice system is not unlike North Korea. You more or less skip from, you go from guilty straight to execution phase. There's little use for prisons. Fortunately, Jar Jar seems to have gotten off fairly lightly. He may be pulling strings.
Let's get going.
This way to the Bango.
Well, after you. He'll lead the way. I'm slightly nervous that we might come under attack because I did kill a civilian and I'm sure it can't have gone unnoticed. Oh, hurry up, please. I'm a wanted man. Right, we're going to try and do something a bit funny. We're going to just slip ahead of Jar Jar here. Now, you'll note we need him as our navigator. We can't leave without him, technically, according to the storyline. But the game doesn't recognise that, so we're actually going to... Here they go, they're attacking. We're actually going to leave Jar Jar there with his captors. The game doesn't mind.
We must hurry. The people of Thebe must be warned.
Have you not kind of noticed our missing navigator, or is... That's not a big issue anymore, so he sent me on that entire mission for nothing. Clearly we go back for him, because, as you'll see, we've brought our friend with us on the next level. But, that'll be another episode, so... We'll watch this cinematic briefly, and we'll then call it a night.